Sound of gentle, steady rain begins and continues softly throughout. Hello, and welcome. Find a comfortable position and allow your body to settle. Take a slow, deep breath in, and as you exhale, let go of the day. Feel the tension melting away from your shoulders, your jaw, your hands. Tonight, we're going to meet someone quite special in his own quiet way. We're going to visit Arthur Penwright, who some might call the most boring man in the world. But in his world, boring is beautiful, and calm is king. Let's begin. The rain is falling softly outside Arthur Penwright's little cottage. A gentle, rhythmic patter on the roof and a soft tapping against the window panes. It's a sound Arthur loves, the sound of a world slowing down. Inside, everything is in its perfect place. Not a speck of dust on the polished wooden floor, not a book out of line on his meticulously organized shelves. Arthur is sitting in his favorite armchair, a well-worn, comfortable chair that has molded to his shape over many, many years. It's a deep, soothing shade of moss green. In his lap rests a half-finished crossword puzzle, but he's not looking at it. Instead, his gaze is fixed on the window, watching the raindrops chase each other down the glass. Each drop is a tiny temporary jewel, catching the soft light from his reading lamp. He follows one particular drop as it merges with another, growing heavier, and then zipping down to the windowsill. This simple observation brings a gentle, contented smile to his face. There is no rush, no urgency. Just the rain, the soft light, and the quiet comfort of his home. Arthur decides it's time for his evening cup of tea. The ritual is always the same, a comforting sequence of small, deliberate actions. He rises slowly from his chair, his slippers making a soft shuffling sound on the wooden floor. He walks into his kitchen, a space as neat and orderly as the rest of his home. The kettle is already filled with the perfect amount of water, just enough for 1 cup. He places it on the stove and turns the knob. A low, gentle hiss begins, a promise of the warmth to come. While he waits, he selects his favorite mug from the cupboard. It's a simple ceramic mug, the color of a cloudy sky, with no pictures or words. Just a smooth, plain surface that feels comforting in his hands. He places a single bag of chamomile tea into the mug. The scent is subtle, a whisper of apples and hay. The kettle begins to rumble, the sound growing from a low hum to a gentle boil. It never shrieks or whistles. Arthur made sure to buy a quiet kettle. When the water is ready, he carefully pours it over the tea bag. Steam rises in a soft, fragrant cloud, carrying the calming aroma of chamomile. He watches as the water slowly transforms, turning a beautiful pale golden color. The process is mesmerizing, a tiny, quiet miracle happening right there in his kitchen. He lets it steep for exactly 3 minutes, a duration he has perfected over countless evenings. Not a second more, not a second less. Carrying his steaming mug, Arthur returns to his armchair. The warmth seeps into his hands, a pleasant, grounding sensation. He takes a small, careful sip. The tea is warm and soothing, the chamomile flavor gentle and relaxing. He sets the mug down on the small side table, right on top of a perfectly placed coaster. Outside, the rain continues its steady, peaceful rhythm. The world outside his window is painted in shades of gray and deep blue, softened by the drizzle. A car drives by, its tires making a shushing sound on the wet road. The red tail lights blur into long streaks, then disappear into the night. Arthur picks up his crossword puzzle again. The clue is a 4-letter word for rest. He smiles softly to himself. He knows the answer, of course. He slowly and neatly pencils in the letters, SELEP. He doesn't rush to the next clue. He simply enjoys the moment, the satisfaction of fitting a word perfectly into its place. The rain on the roof is like a gentle lullaby, each drop a note in a song of tranquility. The warmth from the teacup, the comfort of his chair, the soft light from the lamp. All these simple things combine to create a profound sense of peace. He feels his eyelids growing heavy, the pull of sleep becoming stronger. Arthur sets the crossword puzzle aside. He has a collection of smooth, gray stones he gathered from a nearby river. He keeps them in a small wooden bowl on his mantelpiece. He picks one up. It's cool and solid in his hand, worn smooth by the water over countless years. He rolls it between his thumb and forefinger, feeling its texture, its weight. There's a history to this stone, a long, slow story of being shaped by the elements. It has no grand purpose. It simply exists. And in its simple existence, it is perfect. Arthur finds comfort in this. The world doesn't always need to be exciting or loud. Sometimes the greatest beauty is found in the quiet, the simple, the unchanging. He places the stone back in the bowl, its soft click barely audible over the sound of the rain. He looks around his living room. The grandfather clock in the corner ticks with a steady, reassuring rhythm. Tick dot 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 tock dot tick dot tock. It's a sound that has accompanied him for years, a constant, reliable companion marking the slow, peaceful passage of time. Each tick is a moment, and each moment is calm. His gaze drifts to his collection of stamps, neatly arranged in albums on a shelf. Each stamp is a tiny window to another place, but Arthur isn't thinking of travel or adventure. He appreciates them for their designs, the precision of their printing, the way they are categorized by country and year. It's the order, the quiet satisfaction of a completed set that brings him joy. The warmth of the room and the gentle, monotonous sound of the rain are working their magic. A pleasant drowsiness is settling over him, like a soft, warm blanket. He leans his head back against the soft cushion of the armchair. He closes his eyes, but he can still hear the rain. Pitter-patter on the glass. A gentle drumming on the roof. It's the sound of the world being washed clean, the sound of nature settling down for the night. He imagines the raindrops nourishing the soil in his small garden, helping the sleeping seeds and roots. He thinks of the river, its surface dimpled by thousands of tiny drops, the water level rising slowly, steadily. These thoughts are not worries. They are peaceful observations, a connection to the quiet, natural world outside his window. His breathing has become slow and deep, matching the rhythm of the clock and the rain. Inhale, dot, dot, and exhale. The day is done. There is nothing left to do, nowhere to be. There is only this moment of profound peace and quiet. Arthur Penwright, the most boring man in the world, is drifting off to sleep. And in his quiet, orderly world, it is the most wonderful, peaceful feeling imaginable. As you continue to listen to the sound of the rain, allow yourself to drift along with him. Let the quiet and the calm carry you into a deep and restful sleep. Good night, sleep well.